Now, what do I mean by double? As I said, Ibuba and DLP just had their first match on Tournament Flags 1, and so all 4 will be on Tournament Flags 2. And then, after that, TheAlanHeffley and SDiezal will be back on Tournament Flags 1, so let's enjoy the crazy overworld map that is Desert Land and start in 5-8. Gotta enjoy our precision platforming here. And, ooh, SDiezal trying to carry the bomb, but gets a little carried away and runs into the Paragoomba. Alan also struggling a little bit, but it looks like DLP and ibuba will make it through. Next up, we have 4-1. Not exactly 1-1, but we will take it. Fortunately, no boss bass in sight yet. Oh, and Alan unfortunately takes another death as SDiezal takes the lead on the left side. Remember, all 4 of our runners are playing on the same seed, but the left 2 runners are in one race against each other, the right 2 runners are in their own race. And so, we are immediately going to check out the pyramid where, well, we're climbing up a pyramid, but we're not going in one. This is 4-5. Homing Bill Highway. Oop! DLP unfortunately heading back to home base at the start of the level. Not exactly what we're looking for here. ibuba able to climb up and over, gets through. Now SDiezal is about to enjoy the homing bills. And as DLP tries again, ibuba can scout the rest of the map. That pipe will take us, doesn't really help. Oh, and that lock forces a long way around where... Was that... That was 2-4. I don't think that was in its vanilla location, but nope, it just swapped with the 2-5 tile. Joys of instant replays. Focusing on the bottom 2 for a moment, both Diesel and DLP trying to get through the rest of the homing bill highway. DLP is through, and SDiezal follows suit. Whereas ibuba, well, it's a good thing he has a fire flower. This is 7-4. This used to be an auto-scroller. All of the auto-scrollers are gone, with the exception of 2 levels, and hopefully we will never see them. Let's just say I'm very thankful that this one, 7-4, is no longer an auto-scroller. But who wants to swim through Gelectro Junction anyway? Fortunately, ibuba is getting through without a problem. TheAlanHeffley realizes, okay, let's just go straight into the hidden oasis. Just trying to be careful. Ooh! Fire bro with the snipe. Alright, ibuba picking up some items from the bros. That's a Lakitu cloud. And what is the other one available? Starman. Alright, required fortress. What are we starting with? Well, we got ourselves a spicy vanilla desert fortress here. And unfortunately, I had missed the hit in question, GamerCal. Replays can only do so much when you're focusing on 4 people at once. Alright, both of our bottom players getting through 7-4 practically simultaneously. Alan getting sniped again by the fire bro, but fortunately had a super mushroom on hand. And now ibuba is attempting to match. No match. SDiezal is attempting to match. No match. So for those that are wondering, the end card games are different for all players because it is frame dependent what card you get. However, the rewards that you get for matching are still the same. We're just not going to know what they are yet until we see a match. Morton Koopa Jr. goes down, 3 hits per normal. Each Koopa Kid can have between 1 and 5 hit points. And Alan, where did that hammer suit come from? Is that from a Toad House? Either way, he doesn't want to lose it. If he gets a game over here, he has to do all of those stages again. The fortress is at the very end, and ooh, the hammer goes away as soon as the suit does. Next world on our list, World 3. Will it be a free one? No, but ooh, worth going for the fortress? Well, why not? First fortress of World 7. Some call it Fort Knox because all those coins that you just saw there on Ibuba's side. However, the real treasure is the Tanuki suit. This is a non-randomized power-up because we require flight to finish. Both DLP and Diesel getting through World 1, well, World 2. And Alan wants to take no chances with these Hammer Bros. Now... I forgot there was a lock in that location. So all we have to do is find the right pipe, and no! Ibuba sees what that level is and immediately nopes out. That is 5-9. One of the 2 remaining auto-scrollers in the game. And Ibuba decides no, but oh no, this may be just as bad. This is 7-8 Piranha Alley. It is one of the hardest overworld stages in the game, and these Venus flytraps are demonstrating why. Now, fortunately, there is a power-up to get right here where Ibuba is going. And what is it today? It is its vanilla hammer suit. Now, this suit can definitely come in handy, but ideally we are also looking for a hammer suit in inventory. Alan had found one, but chose to use it up immediately. And at least Alan did get to World 3 before finishing. Oh, we have to find the one remaining pipe. Which is, oh, behind that lock. And Ibuba does not want to go through 5-9 for it. So instead, let's get through 3-4. And yes, Gamer Cal, hammers can kill just about anything in this game. With the strange exception of Koopa Kids. Never understood that. DLP going through 5-9, not taking the death though, probably wants to keep that hammer suit that he found. And Ibuba also wanting to keep the hammer suit, gets the 4-4 jump, and is able to safely swim up. So Faye wins. The hammers can take out King Bowser Koopa at the end, but not the Koopa Kids. It's not something I understood. Uh-oh, DLP's in trouble! Oh, that's the problem with 5-9. If a fire chomp gets in the way, there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, Alan had the right general area but has to fly again. Power-ups from the end card game. I see a hammer in the mix. That may come in useful later on. Remember, in this tournament flag set, hammers can break locks as well as the rocks that they could in vanilla. Right now, Ibuba wishing he could just hammer this airship to the ground, but nope, you have to go through it in its normal fashion. Ellen also learns a 5-9 and decides to just go for it. Now, chat has asked how to get the Lakitu jump in 4-4. I do not know the positioning, so I am not the best one to ask. That is a question for the runners. Oh no, TheAlanHeffley also got thrown off! And pausing will not save you. Back to the start you go. The third world in our journey is World 5, where we start with one pipe, take us over here, and then we enter Paradox Pipe to fall down, only to go up. And Ibuba decides to take the other way. Uh-oh, 7-2 Boss Bass. SDiezal attempting to use the statue on Wendy, not working. And gets caught by the rings. Right now, the fort that Ibuba is in is the first fort of 6-1. I believe some call it Escalator Fort or Elevator Fort because of that initial platform. Alan not taking the bonus pipe. He's missing out on a hammer suit, but doesn't need it to get through. And DLP picks up a P-Wing from the grounded coin ship. Well, when it comes to safeties, certainly not many items safer. And Ibuba's choosing to go through this optional fortress, which in this case is one fort. While Alan... Apparently, Alan's taking a different path, or I had missed this stage entirely. That is 3-1. So the reason that I say the first fort of World 1 is optional is because, one, our runners have clouds. Actually, that's the primary reason. They do have Lakitu clouds. That, and this fortress is going to build the bridge in World 5, so we don't really need that, especially with how the pipes are set up. Next up on Ibuba's list, 6-3, and another Fire Chomp wants revenge. Meanwhile, DLP takes out another Boom Boom. Looks like SDiezal isn't too far behind. And Ibuba is heading back. Ooh, there's a hammer. I don't think we saw that yet. Alright. Plenty of decent power-ups in the end card game. but we're not getting much more this time. Instead, it's the pits, the quicksand pits, also known as the Dust Bowl. Shoutouts to Tornadoes, and shoutouts to Baby Bass that is following Ibuba everywhere. Of course, the tricky part with Baby Bass, you need to stay jumping if you want to avoid a sudden fish kiss. DLP doing well in 6-3, Ibuba dealing with the World 6 airship, Alan swimmingly along, and SDiezal is just destroying boom booms left and right. Oh, Lakitu with the unexpected snipe on Alan! Unfortunately, you have to go through 4-4. SDiezal trying to get as far away from the Fire Snake and Fire Chumps. And Ibuba gets to rest a little bit. Next up, World 1, the Grassland, with, wow, a fortress not in the way of the lock, but the lock on the way to the airship. Ooh, hello there, Karibo Shoe in Pyramid. Now, the Karibo Shoe is actually something you do not want to get. And also, thank you again, chat. I had missed that the anchor, it's a random power-up, and in this case, it apparently gives Tanuki suits. But yeah, if you get Karibo Shoe, you can't get out of it until you get hit by an enemy. Or take a death, but no one wants to do that. Not unless, of course, we enter another stage we really don't want to deal with. And it looks like we are not done with the ice just yet. This is 6-4. Fortunately, once you get to this part, you're mostly on a solid block of ice. Easy pickings. DLP not too far behind, choosing to enter the fortress first. And in this case, it is, well, what do you know? We're definitely not done with the ice yet. It's the Ice Fort 6F2. No, but DLP lost his flight and takes a dive. So, going to bust out a P-Wing and just do it while Ibuba is choosing to break the lock with a hammer. And oh no, DLP did not get enough height, fell too far into the pit. That's a waste of a P-Wing, and he is fresh out. SDiezal now in World 1. Question is, will he have better luck with flying? Yes, he will. And going to take the safe strategy for the final pit. Still gets bopped. Speaking of bopping, Wendy is trying to cause problems for Alan. But trouble no more. Giant Land is up next in our crazy tour of the Mushroom Kingdom, and oh, that's an interesting pipe configuration. Well, I've seen worse World 4s, so we'll take it. Practically free coin ship, one stage, and then one or two fortresses just to get to the end. This is the power of Tournament Flag Set 2, folks. The overworld becomes its own level to navigate. And hey, we were talking about Karibo's shoe earlier? This is where they are made, the shoe factory. However, I am not seeing any shoes in production right now. Apparently all the shoes went to the pyramid today. Speaking of the pyramid, SDiezal is now through with it and DLP about to follow suit. Alan down to 1 life again, needs to be careful. Alright, Alan taking it slowly. SDiezal, caught between a rock and a hard place, gets out. Alright, Ibuba deciding which matches to go for. Well, there's the 10 coin. There's the 1-up. And that is a clear card. Unfortunately, I don't know... Well, okay, we're going to bypass an item with the music box as we encounter the Super Tank stage, otherwise known as the Reserves. This is normally the penultimate level, but in this case, it's... kinda sort of in the middle, I guess. Now DLP is following suit, and SDiezal is about to catch up. And what do you know, Super Tanks does open the way to the next airship, which in this case is the World 1 airship. Iggy Koopa is going to be our primary Koopa Kid this time. Will there be any special power-ups here? Yes, we have a Quakin' Koopa Kid. A 5-hitter quitter, and Iggy is just doing so many short hops, Ibuba is being stun-blocked to death! That's just rude, Iggy. And now, that music box deactivated after 2 rounds, and so have to fight. Alright, oh, Alan, watch your footing. Again, 6-3 is not the easiest one to deal with. And one false move, especially on ice, is death! Alan now has to try again. Oh, bother. Ibuba gets revenge and is glad to be done with World 5. SDiezal and DLP have not yet seen the horrible news of the stun lock-in Iggy Koopa. Oh! I just noticed on SDiezal's screen there was actually a Karibo shoe, but not in a position to get said shoe. Alright, Pipeland is next. Ooh, 3 pipes to choose from. And even more over here. I mean, I get what Ibuba's doing. Deal with the island with fewer choices first. Just eliminate eliminate those. And, oh! Do we have a free path? Yes, we do, and we are in the Navy, where we can rando all the time. In the Navy, where getting BBs are sublime. In the Navy, where stopping boss pass ain't a crime. In the Navy, in the Navy. Alright, there is my contractually obligated attempt at singing. And apparently Boom Boom didn't like the singing either. Down he goes. DLP dealing with Iggy Koopa. No problem so far, and oh wow, perfect shot. Now, ibuba is in 1-3, but chose not to get the item. This point probably feels that what he has is sufficient. I mean, with the free path that we do, I don't blame him. But now we have 7-7, the Muncher run. This is another level where power-ups are not randomized, because if they were, you probably would not be able to make it through. SDiezal also able to take out Iggy Koopa without a problem. At this point, SDiezal has a 2-world lead over TheAlanHeffley. Alright. ibuba now in... Oh! Hello there, Boss Bass! And goodbye there, Boss Bass. Good to know that invincibility can still take out the hungry fish. And with the World 2 airship to end Pipe Maze, we only have one more randomized potential world left, and that is Iceland. Oh! Ludwig von Koopa is our other quaking kid, but this one only 3 hits. Iggy was the powerhouse this time around. So while ibuba is currently talking to the king, please use this time. Give our runners a follow. They are certainly giving it their all. Ooh, DLP is not that far behind. And ibuba is deciding to try to skip as many stages as possible, enters the water fort. Now, this water fortress, this is probably the only time, you know, if we were to encounter this in the vanilla game and we had a spare frog suit, it may be worth considering. You move much faster in the water than you do on land as a frog. But most of the time, if our runners use frog suits, it's because they just want the extra hit and are going to exchange it for another power-up. Meantime, DLP is going through the stage that ibuba skipped. This is 4-3. Alright, Water Fortress was guaranteed to be blocking, you know, that lock, so we still have 4 pipes to see here. And I'm curious as to where they're going to be. We have one blocked behind that rock up there. And 2 more forts. And again, ibuba choosing to skip a level. As we enter the lava fort, 5-2. SDiezal takes out World 6, while Alan unfortunately gets knocked out by Larry in World 4. So once again, stocking up on power-ups, but SDiezal's lead over Alan is ever increasing. And that fortress broke something, and we pretty much have a clean shot to the end if we can get there. Oh my gosh, look at that World 6. This is almost as free as you can get, folks. And with the P-Speed able to get through the rest of the World 5 airship, ibuba only has to deal with Lemmy. And, oh, well, there goes the fireball kill. Lemmy's taking a lot of damage so far. 4 hits to knock him out. Remember, folks, it is left side players against each other, right side players against each other. So even if ibuba takes first place overall amongst our 4, the left side still has to finish their race. And now we are approaching World 8, the Great Equalizer. And ew! Required possibilities to pass through hands, and it's only one way to go, as we are forced to enter the Mortar Motorway 2-1. With another shoe that's hanging out there. SDiezal. Oh, SDiezal chose to play one of the stages that was skipped, and it happens to be our first sighting of a beta level. I want to say this is potentially 6.4 beta, but potentially 6.2 beta because of this ending screen right there. Whichever beta it is beaten. Alright. And, oh, that was one ugly looking handbridge screen. So it's time to start going through fortresses and finding our way to the end. And if we have to start building bridges, comes down to choosing which stage is the one. Could it be this fortress, first fort of World 3, otherwise known as Door 6 Fort? DLP can still take out ibuba here, and by not needing to deal with the Mortar Motorway, has gained some ground. And oh, that fort broke a lock on this map. And there were 2, 3, there's a 4th. And it's right there! The gap in the bridge proves it. So we have to find another fortress to take out. And oh, speaking of taking out, Ospass 4-2 gets a meal out of SDiezal. ibuba now in the elevator sequence of Carpet Fortress, aka 6F3. DLP is likely to follow suit. Wait, maybe, maybe not. Okay, knocking the stage out first. Alright, we know that there are no more locks to break on this particular screen here. So the question is this our bridge? Yes, it is. Carpet Fort is our penultimate stage. Hand bridge not required at all. ibuba is ready to kick some Bowser Koopa behind. Trying to take it easy, going up across the Rotodisc stairs. Easy one-up clip is easy. And DLP is right on his heels. If ibuba makes a mistake, DLP can potentially steal this. Hello, Bowser Koopa. Goodbye, Bowser Koopa. DLP gave it a great effort, but ibuba is going to be the one to take this. First place with an official SRL time of 34 minutes 41 seconds, Ibuba is now 8-0 in the group stages. And DLP took a death right at the end and is just going to frog percent it. Right now, we're going to see if Ibuba wishes to join for an interview. Oh, and Alan is learning about the quaking powers of Iggy now. That's 4. And Alan gets through. Unfortunately, SDiezal, you have to finish up Carpet Fort first. You cannot beat the level yet. DLP, meanwhile, is just making sure to not hug Bowser too closely. Those spikes can hurt. And DLP manages to survive. Able to breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. Bowser Koopa goes down. And thus DLP gets an official SRL time of 36 minutes 54 seconds, as we are joined by the winner of the right-hand side, ibuba7. GG.
Thank you. Hello, Wolfman. Hello, chat.
So, you had a chance to play 2, I'd say different style seeds there.
Yeah. I don't know what happened on this one. I just know I made a lot of routing mistakes. But I think it at the end it worked.
That it did. And now you are, I believe, our first person in this tournament to be 8-0 in this.
No, I think Classic also Pro A also finished 8-0. But yes, I am 8-0 now.
Okay, I had missed a Classic Gamer getting that. Fine.
It's fine. But yeah, I had way more fun on the first race, actually. I think I made very few mistakes on that one. Here, I know at the beginning I played a level I shouldn't. I forgot to use a hammer, I don't remember where. On World 4, I think. On World 6, I fortunately remember that I had a bunch of clouds, and I said, let's use them all. So, yeah. Well, still, it turned out well for me. And I think DLP is on chat too.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
GG.
Yeah, GG.
Thank you.
Oh man, that was that last one was a close one.
I don't know. I am reading that on chat right now. Apparently it was.
Yeah. Did you find a hammer?
One. I had one at some point.
Okay. Did you use it on 6?
No, I
Okay.
used it. I don't remember where. But it wasn't on 6. Oh, on 6 I used a bunch of clouds that I had.
That's what That's what I figure. I think that's why it was close, because I died a lot. I figured I was really behind, and then I used hammer on the rock in 6, and it skipped pretty much the whole level. So
I remember almost the 3 pipes were. I mean, besides the one behind the rock, the other 3 were almost at the end of the world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I found the final screen pretty fast, and I had a hammer suit. I was in the castle. I was going along the top when you got done, and then I was like, oh, well, shoot. And then I fell into the fire, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna try frog, I guess. So.
Yeah, that's an unwritten rule for this tournament. If you know you lose and you have a frog suit on Bowser's castle, you need to use it.
Yep, that's right. I'm doing it every time if I have the capability to.
Yeah, that sounds good for me.
Yeah. Well, GG. I didn't. I mean, congrats to you. I didn't play well enough to win. I died way too much. Yeah, you're really good, and
thank you.
I did not have a good day of races, but that's okay. I still got one more tiebreaker to try to get into the brackets. We'll see how it goes.
Oh well, good luck on that.
Yeah, congrats on going 8-0. We had a pretty tough group, I thought.
Yeah, it was. I think I didn't clear the 2 races with anyone like super loose. I think I had at least one tight race against everyone.
Yeah. Yep. There were some good races. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, the first one with the total scrollers on World 1. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that was terrible. I started watching the restream in between races, and we were kind of close there, and then I died like 2 or 3 times on the Hammer Bros, and then I took an early death in Atlantis. It was just bad seed for me.
Yeah, it was terrible. When we won the second auto-scroller, I was like, who rolled this seed?
Yeah.
Who hates it that much?
I felt like I was just getting trolled the whole time. There was fire snakes in like every level. Like I got 2 forced draws where the Hammer Bros were just on top of me, and I had to play them. So it was rough, but you know, what can you do?
Yeah, I know. But still, GG. People is saying that you were doing great. That it was a good race. So. Well.
Yeah. I've been playing pretty well in my practice race. I actually got a PB yesterday. I was close to sub 30. I think it was like an early 31. So yeah, I was feeling pretty good coming into today. But I know that you're one of the top players. So it's a tall task to beat you once, and I'm glad at least the second one was close.
Yeah, it was close. It was good. Thank you very much. And SDiezal finished. GG. He won his race.
Yep.
I don't know if Wallman is there.
Yeah, I've been waiting for him to chime in, but I don't.
Oh no! Just keep on going. You two have been fine.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
SDiezal finished, so GG.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, Wolfman?
Honestly, the 2 of you managed to cover a lot of them, though I do have a few things left. Ooh, Alan with the game over. Ooh, this has not been a friendly one for him.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake in World 3. I went through and I used a hammer on the after one of the pipes and played. I played 5-9 at some point. I don't know if you played that or not.
No, I made a mistake too. I mean, I took the first pipe that took you to that place you said.
Mm-hmm.
But I did the 4th.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That didn't break that lock, and then I tried to do the level that was there. It was an auto-scroller, if I remember well, so I died immediately. Oh. And I went back to the beginning of the world, and I was like, oh no, I should be behind now.
Yeah.
There wasn't necessarily a mistake there, Ibuba. The thing was, I don't think you... Let's see, that was Fort Knox. You would have lost the Tanuki suit at that point, if you still had it.
Right.
Which, I could understand that would be a concern, but I get it. It's 5-9. No one wants to do 5-9.
Yeah, no.
It was either that, or you had to take the long way around, which you had so helpfully demonstrated.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that and I was like, no way.
Yep, I played it. I think I played it and died, and then played it again, I want to say, but I might be mistaken. I'm not sure.
No, I don't know. I still say it wasn't necessarily bad, because I still had to do all the levels before that, and I think I did 2 more than I should from the other side.
Yeah, it probably ended up breaking even, I would say.
Probably. Sounds about right.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say other than, thanks for the restream and Wolfman for commentating and ibuba for the races. Definitely fun.
Yeah, no, thank you and GG. Yeah, thanks to all the Speed Gaming crew.
Yeah, good luck in the brackets. Hopefully I make it there. Could do a rematch or something.
So,
yeah,
I actually wanted to bring that up, now that you mentioned it, DLP.
Yeah.
So, basically, with the conclusion of your match, Group F is completely done.
Yep.
If I remember the rules correctly, and I'm gonna need help from both of you, is it top 2 or top 3 of each group that moves on?
It's top 2, and then I think the tiebreaker is head-to-head, but since me and One Fine Day split, I think we just play a heads-up match with the bracket flags, I want to say, so I guess we'll be introducing the tournament to the bracket flags.
I do confirm that both of you will be 4-4 once it's all recorded. And that means, yes, you may want to practice those bracket flags now.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, definitely. He's no slouch either, so it's gonna be another tough race to try to get in, but we'll see. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take off and watch the videos a little bit later. But once again, thanks everyone involved, and GG ibuba, it's good races. Way to go 8-0. It's awesome.
Thank you. GG for you, and good luck on the next match.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to. So thank you very much to everyone on Speed Gaming. Thank you, Wolfman, for the commentary.
Not a problem. Oh! Oh, Alan almost got through the Boomerang Bro Brigade, but looks like they left some traps there. So, while all those interviews were going on, SDiezal chose to decline his interview, deciding to instead wait until the end of their second game with Alan. And, oh, the water stage did not help Alan at all. Fortunately, back on a better tile set. Unfortunately, boomerangs are not being kind. And Alan is going to continue. 4-2, there is the Boss Bass sighting here. And the Boss Bass is the last thing Alan is going to see. Alan has chosen to forfeit Game 1. Sometimes this happens. The stage selection was not the kindest, And honestly, if I was in Alan's position, I would have struggled a bit as well. I mean, we had to deal with 7-4, 7-8, 5-9. It's just not a friendly set this time. So I don't blame Alan for wanting to just calm down, recoup a bit. So let me explain what's going to happen. We are probably going to take about a 10 to 15 minute break. When we get back, TheAlanHeffley and SDiezal will go for their second matchup with Tournament Flags 1, where the overworld is back in its traditional configuration. At the conclusion of that race, hopefully Alan and Diesel will come in for interviews so that they can share their experiences. But in the meantime, I want to make sure that ibuba7 and DLP are given proper shoutouts and credits. Group F is done. Ibuba with a perfect 8-0 start. DLP has one more match to go to determine if he makes it into the brackets along with ibuba7. One fine day will attempt to stop DLP. Stay tuned, folks. We will be back with more Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. Again, I'm estimating in 10 to 15 minutes, so stick around.